What is new radio?
What?
New radio is
streaming everywhere.
Listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
No Lindsay today. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
She texted this morning and said she wasn't going to be able to make it. And I was thinking, well, I thought we pretty much established that yesterday when you said you're going to have to be drinking all that stuff, cleaning yourself out for a colonoscopy. You're going to do it through the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
We assumed she wasn't going to be able to make it up.
She was still trying to put in the effort, though. She
Right.
said, I'm so weak. Like, yeah, you've been up all night draining yourself of energy.
Yeah. So you've been through this process. What is the worst time of her night? If she started this at 7 p.m. last night, like when is it really bad? Right now?
I don't know because I did a different method. She's drinking the liquid, which is the old-fashioned way, and then they tried the pills with me, and it was a little different. Now Jody was up, she took it at 7. She did the Lindsay method, and she took it at 7, and was maybe by 8:30. 8:30 it starts hitting. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean it's a prescription strength ultra laxative is what it is.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's what
I'm
Lindsay's doing.
going to call that the Lindsay method from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The liquid Lindsay method.
And they gave you the pills because Louisiana, I'm assuming, or
No, it was here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I left Louisiana when I was 24, so that's how old I was before I realized we were free to go. But
you're free.
yeah, you don't get a colonoscopy normally until you're in your 40s.
Yeah,
So, yeah. It's an old people thing.
Right. Well, I know. That's why I was surprised Lindsay was doing it.
Yeah. She's old. She's 41.
I guess she is. That's just, it's hard to see her like that.
They usually, I think it's supposed to start at 45 when you do that, but something, she needed it earlier. Something about that.
She did this early. She got the Botox early. She does all medical procedures way too early.
This is a preventive colonoscopy.
She's going to get
That's what she said about Botox when she was 24, 25 getting Botox. It's preventive.
I'm getting a preventative knee replacement. I don't need it yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to eventually.
Yeah, my hips are definitely going to go out. It happens to all old people at one time or another, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it.
Knock it out.
Yeah, I get the Bo Jackson hip replacement thing.
Yeah. Oh,
Even
man.
though I don't need it yet.
I'm thinking about her. That can't be a lot of fun.
It's miserable.
Yeah.
But she talked to my wife yesterday, and Jody goes, well, I will say this. That is awful, drinking that stuff and going through that, but you are going to have the best sleep you've ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
After the procedure she's talking about?
Yeah. And probably during the procedure. Really? When you get put out like that and you wake up, you feel like you've been asleep for days. Just
Yeah. Wow. Will her husband be able to take care of her?
Oh, yeah.
Well?
Yeah.
She doesn't strike me as somebody who needs to be coddled and cared for at the bedside.
But he's also a very attentive dad and hands-on with the little babies and stuff. So I'm assuming he'd be the same way. An adult needed his care. Well, an adult he cared about, not somebody he hated.
Right.
It sucks for you, bro.
His name's Kyle. Hello, I'm Florence Nightingale, basically.
TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening.
Let's go!
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Table and Twine in Charlotte will be your best friend when summer rolls around. Treat yourself to a delicious meal that's made with fresh seasonal ingredients and ready in just 20 minutes. Enjoy a fine dining experience without ever leaving your home. Head over to tjriggins.com/table-and-twine. Pick your meals, and like magic, they'll show up on your doorstep, ready to be enjoyed within 20 minutes. Table and Twine does the shopping and chopping while you enjoy more time with the ones you love. Delicious restaurant quality meals delivered right to your door. See this week's menu and order today at tjriggins.com/table-and-twine.
Let's go!
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. The TJ and Riggins Show, Extra Funny, The Week in Review, and all the new and past podcasts. Listen, fast forward, download, and share. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
The TJ and Riggins Show could not do what they do for the community without the support of great business partners like Lily and Grace, who help people love how they live in moments that matter at tjriggins.com/LG.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show. With TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob. Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
I had an awkward kind of interaction yesterday with someone, and these have been happening. There have been a couple of these, and I just haven't mentioned it yet, and it's completely on me. You know, I'm the awkward one in the exchange. But since I've started working with the news talk station in Charlotte, where we live, and I'm up at the station all the time, I'm meeting everybody that works there. And I was up there yesterday, and it's not the only radio station in the building. They have a bunch of them under the one company, and it's sports station, news talk station, kind of a what we call a rhythmic top 40, and an R&B station and all that. Well, you know how I've always loved that R&B station. Mm-hmm. It started out as an old school station, old school 105.3, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I meet people in these buildings that I have listened to on the radio, and when I tell them that I like their work or whatever, it's almost like they don't. Oh, really? And then I go and have to prove that I do. Like, I met a lady yesterday, and I was kind of geeking out. Her name is Olympia D. You know Miss Olympia D?
Of course.
Yeah. So I met her, and they're always like, they know who I am.
Yeah. Not
bragging. I'm just saying I'm pretty well known in the radio industry, and especially in Charlotte. And then I say, oh, I'm a big fan, and I've listened to you for years. And so then I have to start trying to prove it.
Mm-hmm. Right. Oh,
yeah.
Well, yeah.
So yesterday it happened with Olympia D, and I said, yeah, I've been listening since that station signed on. I used to listen to your mix at noon. And I said, and then Eddie Owens would come on after you back then. She was like, oh, yeah, that was a long time ago. It's almost like, back off. Now it goes from them looking at me as, kind of a high profile radio person,
sure,
to a silly fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I am always humble.
Yeah.
So I would never be like, oh. Yeah, of course, I am, what do they say? I'm him.
I am.
That whole thing. So maybe I take it a little too far, but I want them, I'm mainly just really wanting them to know that I appreciate their work and that I'm a fan of their work. But I don't want it coming off like I'm just trying to make myself seem, artificially humble or whatever like that. So I'm not complimenting anybody anymore. Like I said, it's not them. It is the way I'm acting in the situation.
Yeah.
But I get kind of geeked out with radio people that I've never met that I like.
And you've never been a braggadocious or sort of look at me kind of person.
No.
It's just not in your personality.
No.
And I'm sure the way that you talk to them, they're going to go home that day and go like, wow, that was really cool. They're not going to be freaked out by it like you think.
Yeah, well, because on the air, I joke around sarcastic about stuff like that, so they may think that I'm really that way. Mm-hmm. Idiots.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God. I love it.
This is TJ and Riggins. Where are these huge discounts on great products? The deals page at tjriggins.com.
Check it out.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Yeah.
The most most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Today is the day the Real ID Act goes into effect. You will need a Real ID or a passport to fly or expect delays at the airport. You might not get on your plane. That's what they keep saying anyway.
Yeah. And then I heard a thing the other day where all the DMVs are, being, they're at fault, because they don't have any appointments and, all of this kind of stuff. But I just don't understand these people waiting till the last minute to try to just run and jump when they know they've got a flight coming up soon. Why they don't just go take care of it.
Right.
I don't get it.
Waiting to the last minute. Like, who would do that?
I know.
Who?
A bumbling moron. That's who.
Well, wait a minute. DJ.
Yeah. I sweated it for a week.
Sure.
How am I going to get in? Coming up with a way to get it done.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Expecting long lines at the DMV today.
Yeah.
They say, it's going to be a nightmare. Mm-hmm. This is their Black Friday at the DMV because everybody's going to rush today to go get a Real ID.
Yeah.
Hoping to wait in line if they don't have an appointment, but you need it. And they say they've been warning people for 5 years or something. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, it's been years.
I did not know it.
Yeah. And that's why it makes no sense to even wait until like a month ahead of time before it expires.
Yeah.
Just people, man, I just don't know.
Sleeping. It's crazy. Who would do that?
Yeah. Now that I got mine at the last minute, I'm like, y'all should have planned ahead.
Yeah. Oh, that's the worst kind of person, too, that all of a sudden starts acting all high and mighty. I don't know what you guys were waiting for.
Right. Like the guy that quit smoking for one day, and the second day he comes back and he's judging the people who still smoke.
Yeah. It's awful. Yeah. But Krispy Kreme understands the stress, so they're offering everybody a free donut. And the way they're offering it is by saying, you don't need a driver's license. You don't need a Real ID. You just show up and we'll give you a free original glazed donut from Krispy Kreme. So I love that.
Yeah.
He said it's going to be some unimaginable stress today. But
I wonder how they keep people from coming back and getting, because if you don't have a job or you got the day off, you could ride around to all kinds of Krispy Kremes until you get a dozen.
Yeah.
Free donuts.
I want to hang out with that person for the day.
Yeah.
They're like, I ain't got no job. I'm going to 12 Krispy Kremes today to get free donuts.
I'm going to burn more gas getting these free dozen donuts than I would have just buying a dozen.
You want to hear their philosophy on life for a day? That would be fun.
Mm-hmm. Probably wouldn't be room for you to sit in the car with them, though. It's probably got junk all in it.
Probably. It's a good point. You can go get your free donut today. And then the top trending topic at the moment, conclave, is the Cardinals are getting together today to elect a new pope. Sometimes it takes 2 days. I think John Paul II, it took him 3 days. Mm-hmm. Pope Francis, the most recent pope, took him 2 days. But there have been conclaves that have lasted years, so we're not sure.
And they also have to allow time for the team to get from St. Louis all the way over there to the Vatican.
It's a long trip.
Yeah. They got to have an off day and reschedule everything. It's crazy. They
need a Real ID.
Yes.
So we'll see.
What if they wouldn't let one of the Cardinals fly because he didn't have a Real ID?
So I got to go elect the Pope. You got to let me on this plane, please. The conclave. We could have a new Pope today. We'll see how this all turns out. We'll keep you updated in case anything happens. TJ looks weird when he's watching TV. We just need to acknowledge it. But maybe you're, on his team. Maybe you look weird doing something as well. We'll find out next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Lily and Grace offers a wide range of furniture, accessories, light fixtures, fabrics, gifts, as well as custom creations and renovations. Visit the truly stunning boutique online at tjriggins.com/LG or in person at their store in Mooresville, North Carolina. Experience high-quality products, exclusive designs, and timeless style at Lily and Grace. You need to plan your visit today to see the unmatched selection of items. They can help you transform your home into the perfect living space. Learn more at tjriggins.com/LG.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to get everything TJ Riggins all in one place. The new Media Center is the easy way to access everything we do. The radio family asked for it, and now it's here. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
There's a new TJ and Riggins show each weekday morning at the new TJRiggins.com. Sponsored by our new favorite non-alcoholic cocktail, RSRV Collective. Get 30% off using code TJ at the deals page at TJRiggins.com.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Baby, let's go.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
Saw a funny video this morning on TikTok. It was just a woman talking to her camera, and she goes, "Listen, this morning I ate a raw hot dog, like right out the fridge, hot dog juice still on it." She said, and I ate it in 2 bites this morning. You think I'm the kind of person you want to mess with today? I don't think so. She's making a point that's super serious.
My family would do that. My parents do that all the time. Just
Raw?
eat a weenie.
Yeah, and she's calling it raw. It's not raw. It's cooked,
right, yeah.
but cold out the fridge. Rob, would you do that?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. It's not my thing, but
right.
it can't be that
It's
bad.
fully cooked, so it's just cold.
Yeah,
That's all
I
it
don't
is.
want to do that.
Yeah, I don't either, but I'm just saying it's not gross or anything because it's cooked.
Yeah.
It's not like taking a pack of Jimmy Dean and open it and start shoveling it in your mouth.
My sister-in-law ate a frozen chicken patty one time after a night of drinking, and we looked at her like she was nuts. But to this day, she goes, "Listen, I was hungry, and I get that that's not your thing, but it was fully cooked.
Yeah.
That's the point. But it was just a little cold. So I kind of think maybe this is similar."
I don't even know how that's possible.
She stood in the kitchen and just like used the side of her mouth and just like broke it off like toffee or snapped into a Slim Jim. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's a psycho.
But she defends. She's like, that wasn't crazy. I think if you see somebody going up to the refrigerator, pulling out a hot dog and chowing down, you'd be like, that's crazy. But TJ shared a story yesterday that I think looks crazy. When he goes to watch TV, explain your setup.
Yeah, when I'm sitting on my what I call the puffy couch, there's a vent right over my head, and I'm hot natured, but that vent just blows straight down onto me where the couch is, and I don't have any hair, and so I have a really thin tobog winter hat that I put on while the vent's blowing, just to because it's too cold on my head, and then I also have my blanket that it's cozy all over is what it's called, because my wife stole now my bubble cuddle blanket from Cozy Earth.
Yeah, it's hers now.
Yeah, it's on our bed at the foot of the bed as a decorative thing now.
Oh, so you don't even get to, does she use it at night?
No.
Oh, so it's just for decoration now.
Yeah.
Even though it was like one of your favorite things in the world.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, I digress.
Neither here nor there.
Yeah.
That looks crazy, though. And she points out, like, you look nuts when you're doing that. I kind of agree with her. That is crazy looking.
What are you doing, freak?
Yeah.
And you go, if you cold, turn the air off. No, I won't do that.
Do you think that's crazier looking, or seeing like Rob do his bedtime routine where he, attaches his CPAP machine, gets under the weighted blanket, turns on all the fans?
Absolutely, it's Rob.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy looking. It doesn't mean you're crazy, but I think it looks crazy.
Yeah, the weighted blanket and the fans and the
blackout curtains. It's like a whole thing going on. I think it might look crazy.
Yeah, if somebody just posted that on a social media account somewhere, it would go viral.
I think
people
so.
are like, look at this craziness that this guy goes through every night.
Yeah, I'm self-conscious about the amount of pillows I have on my bed. So if somebody comes over, I'll put 2 of them in the closet just so she doesn't know that I have 8. She's like, wow, 6 pills is a lot. And I'm like, wait till you see the other 2 in the closet that I hid from you. Don't judge me.
I sleep in a grown man's womb every night.
I do.
All right, let's go.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Subscribe to all the shows at TJRiggins.com and never miss the latest episodes. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins. TJ and Riggins. TJ and Riggins. TJ and Riggins.
The perfect start to the day.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show.
Just the best.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
So, a lot of times we will see people who have children. A lot of people call them parents. We'll see parents, and then they're not really doing good parental type things, and maybe they have some selfish behavior that they exhibit and all that, and people will go, now that's a reason, right? She does not need to have kids.
Oh, yeah,
or
right.
He does not need to have kids. They don't need to have kids. Well, I think that's the case with these dog owners that we have in the Delicious Audio today. It's a young couple. I think they're living in sin, and they have gotten a puppy together, and it is a male puppy and a really cute golden retriever is what it, or it could be a golden doodle. Sometimes they look like golden retrievers when they're puppies. And she is upset because she doesn't understand what the puppy is doing, or she says she does understand why the puppy's doing what he's doing. Listen.
Why are you mad right now?
Because look at where the dog is. He doesn't like me. He's obsessed with you. I'm over it. It's honestly sexist.
What do you mean it's sexist?
Like, I don't believe, like, dogs obviously are into the patriarchy. Like, you're the leader of the pack.
He's literally just laying on me. Like,
no, it's all the time, though. Like, you're the leader of the pack. We get it. You have a It's just so annoying. You'd think in 2025, dogs wouldn't be sexist, but...
you would
now,
think.
Let's accept this as real. If it's not real, then it's hilarious. Good for them. But if it's real, there are so many red flags, as the kids say, that pop up in there for me that he should get shed of her.
100%. I agree.
I mean, because that's just stupid, you know. And if you know, I hate to say this, but if you have kids with a stupid person and you're taking a chance on your kids being stupid, and you want to do that to children later on down the road, which by the way, Lindsay's little 3-year-old was giving me grief yesterday because I said the word stupid, and that's a bad word. That's the way he talks, bad word, like a little demon. Little demon John. Anyway, that was that red flag. He should have said, okay, look, we're not going to work out. I mean, this is not going to happen. She was in tears. She was almost in tears.
Yeah.
If you could have seen her in the video.
Yeah.
The patriarchy.
In 2025.
In 2025, you would think dogs wouldn't be sexist.
You would think.
Now, if that's a troll, again, I love it. Love it, love it. But if it's not, I mean, forget that she said like about 1,000 times. And you don't want to pass that along to your children either. You want them to have good communicative skills. Communication skills. But I just, how is that dog going to be treated if she thinks the dog is sexist? How is she going to treat the dog?
Oh, I hope not poorly.
Treat or mistreat. I think mistreat and never give treats is what she's going to do.
Terrible. I hate that.
He's like all over, like all over you, like he hates me, like. Okay, get out. See ya.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
You've found your diamond in the rough. Now it's time to find a diamond to celebrate that love. R. Gregory Jewelers takes the search overseas to the diamond capital of the world, Antwerp, Belgium. For your 1 in a million, choose an Antwerp diamond from R. Gregory Jewelers.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. Did you know you can add the home page to your phone's home screen? It's easy. Check out the instructions at the top, and it only has to be done once. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Our charity Peyton's Promise is supported by you, the radio family, and some great businesses like Bradham Comfort Services. They've been providing Charlotte, North Carolina and surrounding areas with AC repair and installation services since 1975. Started by two brothers who understood the importance of putting their clients first. They've built a legacy of excellence in their field, and their commitment to quality and transparency has defined their company for nearly 5 decades. Learn more at bradhamcomfort.com.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show with TJ Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob.
Sets the tone for my day.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Something that you would have never thought I would say, Riggins, coming right now. I agree with and have something in common with Timothée Chalamet.
What?
Yes. Timothée Chalamet.
You have something in common.
Yes.
With him.
I really didn't even remember that he and Kylie Jenner were a thing. But I saw they're still doing some follow-up reports on the Met Gala.
Oh, great. Oh, thank God. Day 2 of Met Gala coverage.
They need to start calling it the Net Gala because they need to throw a net all over over all of those crazy people. But Kylie Jenner was at the Met Gala without Timothée Chalamet because he was watching the Knicks basketball game.
Okay.
I think that's great. If that were me, I would say the same thing. Hey, I'm not going to that Met. You go to the Met Gala with your sisters or whomever. I'm going to watch whatever sporting event. It's not basketball. That would be my thing. But I mean, if LSU were playing or, some like the World Series or something and my team was in it, I'd be sitting home watching that or either at the game.
Yeah.
If I'm Timothée Chalamet.
Right. Timothée. I'm just Timothée taking in a basketball game. Deal with it.
So I'm like, wow. So we can find common ground with people who are complete opposites from us and who are, weird freaks.
He didn't go this year, but every year, I believe previously, he's worn the craziest things.
Yeah, I know. But this year, he it's credit where credit is due, Riggins.
Okay.
He manned up.
He manned up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, he's not the one. No, that's Ariana Grande's ugly little boyfriend she has that looks like SpongeBob. Right, he played SpongeBob on stage, and he looks like SpongeBob. That's right. So Timothée Chalamet is other movies, right?
Yeah.
Superhero
new
movies.
Willy Wonka.
Oh yeah,
Willy
that's
Wonka.
right.
He's in
British
Dune.
fella.
No.
Sounds British though.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well. And then this other follow-up from the Net Gala, BB Rexa. This says she clapped back at body shamers.
Oh, God.
Now, my thing is, do people still say clapped back, or have we had enough of that?
I don't know. It's been a while.
I have always hated that one in the slang, clap back.
Yeah.
Because doesn't it mean if somebody insults you, then you get upset and you're clapping when you're talking? I think that is.
I think that's...
Like the girl in school told you, don't you ever, whatever.
Sit in my seat.
Yeah. Isn't that clap back?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the
It's not like booty claps?
No, that's different.
No, BB Rex is not making it clap.
Yeah.
Do people still say that?
Yeah.
They do say that?
Sure.
They make it clap.
Make it clap.
Like a standing ovation, spinning like my record at the radio station.
Oh, I can't wait to get on Twitter and body shame BB Rexa today. What are you doing?
Is she, how are they body shaming her?
I mean, from what I've known, she is a little bit bigger than when she started her pop singing career, but she is beautiful.
Yeah.
And in person, she's even more beautiful.
Did we meet her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple times.
Right.
Done a bunch of shows with her. She's amazing.
A bunch of shows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, don't body shame BB.
Leave her alone.
Leave baby alone.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Make your company part of the new radio explosion. Go to tjriggins.com/explosion. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins. The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Real ID top trending topic. Today is the day the Real ID Act goes into effect, so you'll need a real ID to board a plane to fly on it as well, or a passport. And a lot of people who haven't picked up their Real ID yet are lining up at the DMV. As we speak, they'll be doing that, I'm assuming, for the foreseeable future, because everybody's got to get one if they want to fly.
But it's not just people who have a flight coming up that they need to try to get for. I guess maybe their flight is later in the summer or something, and they waited till the last minute. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know how many people are going to be standing in line waiting. I got to get it because my plane ticket is Thursday, next Thursday, or I'm leaving this Friday for Jamaica.
I think people are out there though. There seems to be more lines than usual, but it's always crazy at the DMV.
But if you're going to Jamaica, then you have to have an updated passport anyway, so you wouldn't need that. So that was a bad example.
But people are, stressed out, last minute kind of folks. So, Real ID, top trending topic today.
Procrastinators is what they are.
Is that right? India and Pakistan, also the two top trending topics, because India launched an attack on Pakistan, hit them with a bunch of missiles yesterday. And this is in response to a terrorist attack a few weeks ago. Full disclosure, I don't know much about India or Pakistan. Yeah. But I know that all the world leaders, the important ones, are saying, please don't do this. They're both nuclear-armed places, so this could get really bad really quickly. So everybody's asking, hey, let's get some peace, brother.
Hey, y'all just, chill, man. Chill.
Dude, what are we doing?
Come on now. Y'all just chill. The main thing that you need to remember about Pakistan, though, is how President Obama always pronounced it. Pakistan. Like he'd be talking his regular accent, and all of a sudden, and then the leaders of Pakistan,
like Rob does with Buenos Aires.
Yeah, Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires. Why are you saying it like that? That's how you say it. So it'll throw you. Is basically it.
Right, just like those poor miners that got trapped in Chile. Chile.
Or Iraq.
Colombia.
So they are the top trending topics today. Big news if you're into movies from the late 90s, Practical Magic 2 was announced yesterday with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman reprising their roles as witches in this. I never saw Practical Magic. I know women loved it.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of like Gilmore Girls, but with witches in a movie.
Right. Do the witches throw spells on men?
I'm assuming.
And make them hurt and...
Yeah, or fall in love with them. Yeah. I'm assuming that's what it is. I don't know that.
Usually women like it when the witches will put a spell on a man that makes them suffer.
Is that right?
Yeah, they like that.
They like that.
Just like they think it's so funny when a guy gets kicked between the pockets in a movie or something.
Yeah.
They love that.
Men's pain. So this is out in September of 2026 with Sandra Bullock, Sandy, and Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, and it's all going to take place on a runaway bus. A lot of people don't know that.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, they're linked for a new movie, Keanu and Sandra Bullock, and they think it might be another speed movie.
Yeah.
I don't think any details have come out.
But at their age, what's speeding to them?
Good point, TJ.
It's like,
excellent. This buzz. Excellent viewpoint of that, TJ.
It's a church shuttle.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
So I just tried Mandu and it is freaking awesome. You need to check this out. It's a trainer-led electromuscle stimulation workout that increases energy, endurance, and strength. So just 15 minutes at Mandu is like 6 hours in the gym. So say goodbye to plateauing and achieve your fitness goals with Mandu. If you want to give it a try, your first session is absolutely free. So sign up at mandu.com or go to tjriggins.com/fitness.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. It's now easier than ever at the homepage. TJRiggins.com. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Media Center at TJRiggins.com and watch the TJ and Riggins Show, extra funny and new playlists. TJ Riggins TV is sponsored by Cozy Earth. Get that amazing 41% off deal that TJ has at our deals page using code TJ. TJRiggins.com/deals.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Listen everywhere. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
We're going to talk about TJ's home state here in just a second. But first, if you haven't been to R. Gregory Jewelers in downtown Statesville, Mother's Day is right around the corner. R. Gregory's been in business since, I think, 1981, family-owned business, and they love diamonds. They will travel the world to find beautiful diamonds, and they put them into rings and jewelry.
Oh, they do stuff.
They do stuff with those diamonds. So your mom, graduation's around the corner. Perfect gift for somebody really special in your life at R. Gregory Jewelers in downtown Statesville. You're going to love those people.
Statesville, North Carolina.
Statesville, North Carolina. Louisiana, TJ's home state, is in the news today for not a great reason, and that's not really what I want to talk about. But do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I saw.
There's this ranking out of the best. They called Louisiana the worst state in America, basically.
The best state according to all these categories of education, financial stability, all this stuff is Utah.
Yeah,
and Louisiana is the worst.
It's like
number 50.
But then you got to look at like how they're measuring that kind of thing. Because I mean, if you're talking about having a good time, Louisiana might not be the last. It might be,
it'd be number one.
It might be towards the top.
Yeah,
I don't see people having a lot of fun in Utah. I'm sure they are, but I don't think about Utah when I'm thinking about going on vacation somewhere. But I want to test your knowledge of Louisiana. You love your state.
No, I don't. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
There are some interesting laws that are on the books in Louisiana, and I want you to tell me if you've ever heard of these and if you agree that they should stay enacted, I guess. In the town of Lafayette, am I saying that right? Lafayette. It's illegal to gargle in public.
Oh, I agree with that.
They don't know how this rule came to be, this law came to be, but it is on the books.
I agree with it.
No gargling.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear that.
No mocking contestants in boxing matches. It's illegal to heckle or mock any contestant at a boxing match in Louisiana, ensuring the spectators don't get too rowdy.
Yeah. Not... the other reason they would get too rowdy would because they drink too much. You don't do anything about that in Louisiana. You just say drink, but don't say anything to the box.
Yeah.
I disagree with that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
It should happen.
Yeah. Freedom of speech, man.
Yeah. There's a Louisiana law that makes it illegal to use snakes during religious celebrations or religious services, rather. Mm-hmm. It was put in place to protect the public safety stemming from some snake handling practices.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm pretty sure that there's still some, if not still, it wasn't very long ago that there were snake handling churches in Alabama.
Is that right?
Yeah, but I've never seen that in Louisiana. I don't doubt that it happens, but hey, as long as they don't get no kids bit,
you're right. Got
doesn't
bit.
matter to me. You can play with snakes all day long if you're an adult.
True.
Do whatever you want.
And this one seems pretty obvious. It's illegal to steal crawfish in Louisiana. Crawfish theft is considered a very serious offense and can result in jail time or some seriously hefty fines. But that's just stealing.
Yeah.
I think that probably goes anywhere.
It's like going onto somebody's property and stealing a cow.
Yeah, right.
It's the same thing.
It's illegal to bring a catfish into a bar in Louisiana, potentially due to the risk of the fish being used as a weapon. I think that's how it started, the law in the books.
They're called Appaloosa catfish. Appaloosa catfish. They're big, brown, nasty-looking things. They're huge. If you hit a man in the head with that, he'd probably break his neck.
He hit him in the head with Appaloosa catfish?
Swinging a dang catfish.
Crow!
More TJ and Riggins coming up. TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening.
Let's go!
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. What is new radio? New radio is
Streaming everywhere.
Listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Riggins, what is the name of this talk show? You sent me the video of
Karamo.
Karamo.
He's one of the guys from the Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Yeah.
I believe he was on that show.
Okay, and he's got a talk show now?
They said it's 3 seasons in. I went, who's watching? I didn't even know this was a real show. Yeah, Karamo.
Mm-hmm. Well, he had a guest on there yesterday that was upset at her significant other. I guess it may not have been yesterday. It may have been a different day, but it was recently. And here's that exchange.
Do you want him?
That man wants to do polygamy with me. I don't even like that.
What's polygamy?
He wants 2 other women plus me.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I don't share nothing. Nothing.
All right, so she's pronouncing it polygamy.
Polygamy.
That is one of those that I have been mispronouncing purposely for years, just to try to troll people or aggravate them, and calling it polygamy. You know, just like I'll say New Delhi, England, India,
New Delhi,
New Delhi, stuff like that. But I don't think she was joking.
I don't think so either.
Polygamy.
And I don't think Karamo was fooled one bit. I think he looked out at the audience and was like, "You believe what she's saying?"
And he looked,
Let's laugh at her without laughing at her. Come on, Karamo, you ain't that slick. But that is crazy.
Yeah.
To go on national television and say polygamy.
Yeah, but you can't participate in, you can't call it polygamy if you're not married to both people, are you? Can you?
Oh, I thought it just meant like
multiple relationships or multiple partners. I thought you had to be married to them.
Yeah, that's how you always heard it. Polygamy was having multiple wives.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that
That's
you
the
can.
definition.
Yeah.
Is that
so? You can't be in a polygamous relationship, a polygamous relationship, if you are not married.
Yeah.
To the person, and then that person married to another person.
Yeah,
just can't happen.
It's
and
illegal.
Karamo should have told her that. He should have set her straight.
Broken the news to her.
Yeah, I'm sure his audience would have loved that. A little lesson on the facts.
Yeah.
If that's what he would have taken from it, that would have been great.
Yeah.
They would have been like, "Oh, what?
What?
Come on, Karamo."
Queer eye for the story. What did you call it the other day? Guy with the queer eye?
Yeah.
TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening.
Let's go!
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Okay, guys, I can't gatekeep this anymore. I cannot wait for you to try Love Indus skincare products. I am so obsessed with them. Love Indus has gotten awards in Cosmopolitan magazine, in Vogue, Beauty Best products. You're going to love Love Indus. It's a celebrated skincare line that blends South Asia's rarest ingredients with advanced dermatology. It consistently gets beauty reviews and rave reviews on the products. You have to check them out. Over 5-star reviews. It's insane. And I spoke with them, and they actually gave all the listeners of our show 21% off their entire order with code TJ. So get it at loveindus.com or the deals page at tjriggins.com/deals.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. A Peyton's Promise button, where our great radio family goes to assist in helping everyone in our community. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
You're listening to the TJ and Riggins Show Birmingham, sponsored by Mandu at 2825 and a half 18th Street South, or find out about your first session being free at tjriggins.com/fitness.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show. With TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob. Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
So it's Nurses Week.
Yeah.
Nurses Week. But today is specifically School Nurses Day.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if they're going to if they have specific days within Nurses Week for a specific type of nurse,
Maybe.
School nurse, wet nurse, pediatric nurse, that sort of thing.
Sure.
But the story says that you can go online and find places that are participating in Nurses Week where you can get discounts on stuff if you're a nurse. I wonder how they determine for sure that you're a nurse. I know you have an ID badge that you have at the doctor's office or whatever. I'm sure there's like I'm a concealed carry gun permit owner and carrier, and I have that in my wallet all the time, the little license. So do nurses have that as well, their little nursing license in a small card or something?
I'm sure
that they can show. Now here's my thing. What I'm getting at is that I'm not thinking about people who aren't nurses trying to who are nothing in the medical field trying to get discounts. I'm thinking about doctors who aren't nurses trying to go in and get nurses discounts.
What?
Is that ethical?
No.
No, but don't you know that they do it?
No.
I bet you they do.
Why would they do that? They're doctors. You don't think they get their
Not
own
all
week?
doctors are rich.
Right.
And Riggins, they let women be doctors now. And whether they need it or not, women always want some sort of a cheat code or a coupon or something like that. It gives it gives them, an adrenaline rush to get a bargain on something, to get a deal.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe they are doing it then. Would you want to go to a doctor that you found out was stealing his nurses or her nurses' ID card to get free stuff?
No, you don't steal it. You just show you show your medical ID badge or whatever, and you say you're a nurse.
Oh, and just hoping they don't make the connection. Okay.
Yeah, not stealing it.
Still, that's dishonest and wrong.
And you don't think it happens?
I guess it does. I never even thought about it, but that's sick.
See, because you don't see the bad in people that I see. That's your problem, Riggins.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God. I love it.
This is TJ and Riggins. Prime Plus members get extra funny, commercial-free versions of all the shows and more. Sign up at tjriggins.com. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins. The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
So the DEA is trending because the feds just pulled off the biggest fentanyl bust in U.S. history, I believe. They said 400 kilos of fentanyl, I believe it was. I want to get the details right. Yeah, 400 kilos of fentanyl, which you don't have to crunch the numbers. That's just a lot of fentanyl.
See, and I was just about to say, why don't they use American measurements for that?
What can I do with that number?
If you're not a dope head, you don't know how many kilos that is.
Right. Guns also involved in it. It might be easier if I just show you the picture of the fentanyl, but they're stored in like Rubbermaid containers. Wow. It's a lot of fentanyl.
And do they say that's enough to kill?
They always do, right? I didn't see that, but I would imagine this is definitely thousands upon thousands upon thousands. It's super bad, but that's why the DEA is trending today. Burger King is facing a federal court lawsuit filed by, I think it was 19 people, saying that their burgers, the Whopper specifically, didn't look like what Burger King put in their ads and online and in social media posts, claiming that the burger was touted to be much larger than it actually is, using more condiments and ingredients.
Yeah, Burger King ought to countersue them.
Yeah, they filed to dismiss the lawsuit, but a judge in Florida is saying it can move forward, so they're going to have to face it.
Right, and then they should countersue. And loser pays.
I know, yeah. I know you've said that before because this is a similar lawsuit that McDonald's has faced. Wendy's has faced a similar lawsuit as well. But they got theirs thrown out. But now it looks like Burger King's actually going to have to face this. And I don't know what they're asking for, what damages they received, or, if they just want their money back. I'm not really sure, but...
Well, yeah, give 19 people their Whopper money back. Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's not all they want.
No, definitely, it wouldn't be worth it.
Class action suit, and I bet somebody that's speaking for them has probably come up with a pretty sizable sum that they should get.
Yeah, right.
Wink, wink, wink.
Yeah, who are these people? I don't know, but it's super bad. And I love a Whopper. That's all I can think about when I see those stores. I'm like, ooh, how good is a Whopper?
But I've never watched a commercial for Burger King or seen an ad in a magazine or online or anywhere and said, oh, it looks exactly like that.
Wow.
Whoa.
Picture perfect.
It's that big, yes. Oh, God, you're so stupid.
I know. And then the conclave, top trending topic, the Cardinals are going to get together to elect a new pope starting today. We'll see how long that takes. We'll keep you updated in case anything happens. We're going to talk about memories from your childhood, or maybe just my childhood, coming up next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
So I just tried Mandu, and it is freaking awesome. You need to check this out. It's a trainer-led electromuscle stimulation workout that increases energy, endurance, and strength. So just 15 minutes at Mandu is like 6 hours in the gym. So say goodbye to plateauing and achieve your fitness goals with Mandu. If you want to give it a try, your first session is absolutely free. So sign up at mandu.com or go to tjriggins.com/fitness.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. Watch the TJ and Riggins Show with new Carolina-specific content, deals, and more. Available to check out every weekday. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Media Center at TJRiggins.com and watch the TJ and Riggins Show, extra funny and new playlists. TJ Riggins TV is sponsored by Cozy Earth. Get that amazing 41% off deal that TJ has at our deals page using code TJ. TJRiggins.com/deals.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Baby, let's go.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
We've been inundated with hypothetical questions this week. It started with the 100 people versus a gorilla.
Yeah.
How many guys would it take to take down a gorilla? That was, I don't know, a week or so ago. And then what have some other ones that have come up in the last couple of days? We had the one the other day about the grapes, the 1,000 grapes. Yeah. One will kill you, but each one you eat will earn you $100,000. How many are you eating? That was one. But the latest one that's gone viral in the last couple hours is 100 Americans versus 100 Brits. Who wins and why? And one guy responded and said, "Oh, it's definitely Americans. We've been waiting to come over there and slap the Harry Potter out of y'all." Like, he's just really passionate about Americans. And a lot of people are saying the same thing. America's been looking for somebody to beat up, and if it's got to be 100 Brits, it's 100 Brits.
So is it just average people, or
so.
is it our best versus their best?
Well, some guy,
they got Jason Statham,
right?
But we got dang Chuck Norris,
right?
And his descendants.
Yeah, Somebody said we could send over 17 American Karens, or whatever the phrase they use, and we take down 100 Brits, no problem. We could send over two. I don't know. I forget what they said. They're using all kinds of examples. But I think straight up 100 average Americans versus 100 average Brits.
Oh, we're
taking 100% American.
Yeah.
Just size-wise, I think we're bigger and
that,
just beat them up.
We don't have tea time. And,
exactly. There's something inherently weak about them.
Just your average ones that we see in movies and on TV and all of that stuff. I mean, just your average Brits just going about their day.
Yeah.
I mean, do you know they can't even pistol whip somebody?
What?
Yeah, because they ain't allowed to have guns.
Oh.
Even if they don't shoot nobody with it, they can't even pistol whip somebody with a gun because they ain't got them.
Yeah, you saying that makes me think I would want a strong portion of our Americans to be from Louisiana, I think. They're just more crafty.
Texas.
And maybe Texas. Yeah, somewhere in that belt there.
Jersey.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. But I know the states that I don't want. I don't want any Americans from representing New Hampshire or Vermont, Maine. Like, you can keep all of them. Probably Washington, Oregon, maybe. I feel like they're maybe more rough and tumble, but that's just what I'm thinking off the top.
Yeah. Unless they're paid, anarchist protesters and all in Oregon, then, they're pretty violent.
They are violent, but they're skinny,
Yeah,
they're scrawny.
They're scared to even show their faces. And all.
Yeah.
Stick with Texas, bro.
Yeah, let's go.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Get the latest extra funny episode at tjriggins.com, all major podcast platforms, and on YouTube. Thank you for joining us.
In 3, 2, 1.
This is TJ and Riggins.